Explanation about the origin of the days of the week. Yes, most people never stop to think about the names of the days of the week, but those names don't come from Bible. Sunday was a day of the sun. Monday was moon day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were named after various pagan gods that came through Roman and Germanic tradition. And Saturday was the day of the sun, a Roman god. So here's the question. If the Bible Sabbath was the seventh day, why do most Christians worship on Sunday instead? To answer that, we have to go back to the year 321 AD. That's when the Roman Empire Constantine issued a civil decree that stated, on the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrate and the people residing in the cities rest. Before that, many believers were still observing the biblical seventh-day Sabbath. Constantine didn't call it the Lord's Day. He called it the day of the sun. Why did he call it the day of the sun? Because Sunday already held significance in the Roman Empire through sun worship. Over time, the Roman system became the acceptable standard, and most people stopped working where it came from. Most people stopped asking where it came from. But if you go back to Genesis, God didn't name the days after planets or pagan gods. He simply numbered them. Day one. So day one in our days today is Sunday. That's pagan. Sunday is pagan. Come from pagan origin. Day two, pagan. Day three. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all these names after pagan gods. For example, they was worshiping the sun. That's why they call it Sunday. They was worshiping the moon. That's why they call it Moon Day. They was worshiping the stars. That's why they call, and they name Saturday after the stars. They was worshiping the other planets like they are worshiping many other planets. They was worshiping those things. So that's how they named the days of the week. But God originally, biblical origin, the days are numbered. Day 1, day 2, day 3, up to day 7. So the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. The Sabbath is a day of rest, is a holy convocation with man and God. Because God created the Sabbath for man. He rested on the seventh day, that man should labor 6 days, and on the seventh day is, now the seventh day is not only man, is not man's Sabbath, it's God's Sabbath. So the seventh day, God required that all people, all his creation should rest on the seventh day Sabbath. Total rest. Not only 12 hours, 24 hours. So a day is 24 hours. So examples, but God day now is when the sun set. When the sun set, one day is done and another began. Yes. So whenever the sun set, like on Friday, that's when Friday dawned and the Sabbath begun. Yes. So the Friday is a pagan name. The Friday is supposed to be the 6th day. On the 6th day, when the sun set, that's when Friday dawned and the Sabbath begun. Yes. Yeah, so just letting you guys know that the original seventh day Sabbath and the days of the week are not named after pagan gods. They are numbered. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7 is the Sabbath rest. So this the week it go in a cycle. Every time the Sabbath come along, rest, and then the first day. But the world have it now. The first day is their rest. Yes. So when the seventh day come along, they don't acknowledge that. They go to work, and if that itself is no respect at all, no honor, no respect to the Most High God. Even angels that are holy worship God and they keep the Sabbath. They fold their wings before the Creator. And man that is sinful don't want to acknowledge that. Can't you see that we are under some heavy satanic delusion? Can't you see that on itself is deception of the devil? We need to wake up as folks, as human beings, wake up and serve and praise and worship the Creator God who creates the heavens and the earth. Yes, so it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt anyone to keep the seventh day Sabbath holy. No work, cease from work. And no one should force you to work on the Sabbath neither. No one, because you have that right. That's your democratic right. And that is your religious right to stand up for what you believe according to your faith. So if we believe in Christ, we should stand up for Christ and keep the Sabbath of the Lord thy God holy and no work at all. But it's not many that is going to do that, because God is not going around with a whip or some rod to strike people when they do wrong. No, He just placed these words for us to make sure that it's there. We go and we look it up, and we know how to live. So His people are called sheep, and His sheep obey Him. But those that don't want to obey are called goat. So there's sheep and goat. The sheep hear the master's voice and they follow. Goat hear, but goat don't want to follow. So goat is not part of the righteous. The righteous obey the master and they follow.